Have you ever wondered how a woman can navigate through revolutions, scandals, and glamour, yet remain an enduring icon of elegance and mystery? Gloria Guinness, a name synonymous with sophistication, was much more than a style icon or socialite. Her life was a tapestry of resilience, reinvention, and a drive to rise above the turmoil of her origins in post-revolutionary Mexico. In today's video, we'll uncover the remarkable journey of Gloria Guinness, her childhood, family, career, and the controversies that surrounded her, all leading to her captivating legacy. Let's dive in. Gloria Guinness was born on August 27, 1912, in Guadalajara, Mexico, as Gloria Rubio Alatorre, sometimes listed simply as Gloria Rubio Alatorre. Gloria Guinness's childhood was shaped by both the turbulent political climate of post-revolutionary Mexico and her family's aristocratic background. Accounts of Gloria's precise birth circumstances sometimes differ, with various rumors suggesting alternative paternities or more modest beginnings. Nevertheless, most references agree that the Mexican Revolution's upheaval forced a dramatic change in her family's fortunes. Land holdings and status were severely eroded during the conflict, a loss that impressed upon Gloria a lifelong determination to reclaim prestige and security. Educated in part by Catholic nuns, Gloria absorbed their strict discipline, as well as a fascination with the simplicity and practicality of their habits. In interviews and later reflections, she noted that the nuns' attire embodied both form and function, an observation that foreshadowed her future interest in haute couture. Gloria's mother, facing limited resources after the revolution, used her sewing skills to dress her daughter, illustrating how creativity and industriousness could help restore a measure of grace, even in difficult times. This hands-on approach to fashion provided Gloria with an early sense of style and self-presentation. Despite the constraints of a Mexico in turmoil, Gloria was often reminded by her mother that she was the most beautiful girl in the country, reinforcing her high self-regard and aspirations. Sources indicate that she showed a talent for charming those around her from a young age, an ability that would later serve her well in elite social circles. Stories also suggest that Gloria began to cultivate and even embellish aspects of her past as soon as she realized the power of a compelling personal narrative. In a setting marked by both revolutionary fervor and conservative religious influences, Gloria learned to navigate social nuances, balancing obedience and personal ambition that would define her adult life and legend. By the time she entered her 20s, Gloria had already developed a singular vision of who she wanted to be. Her exposure to contrasting forces, pious discipline, and aristocratic flair was instrumental in forging the poise and confidence that later propelled her from post-revolutionary Mexico into the glamorous courts of European society. Gloria Guinness's family origins were rooted in contrasting dynamics of privilege and hardship. Her family background combined intellectual aspirations with the fading influence of aristocratic status, shaping much of her early worldview and ambitions. Gloria's father, Jose Rafael Rubio, was a journalist and fervent supporter of the reformist President Francisco Madero. Known for his advocacy for progressive ideals during a politically volatile time, Jose's alignment with Madero placed him in grave danger following the president's assassination in 1913. Forced into exile as Mexico descended further into revolutionary chaos, Jose sought refuge abroad, but tragically passed away in 1916, when Gloria was just 4 years old. This loss profoundly impacted her early life, as the family's fortunes and security were deeply tied to his presence. Gloria's recollections of her father, though limited, suggest admiration for his intellectual and moral courage, even as his untimely death left a vacuum in her life. Gloria's mother, Maria Luisa Alatorre, was an aristocrat of Spanish descent. Before the Revolution, Maria Luisa's family held considerable land and wealth, but much of it was confiscated or redistributed during the upheaval. Despite these setbacks, Maria Luisa maintained a strong sense of dignity and resourcefulness, which she instilled in her children. Known for her creativity, she personally designed and crafted clothing for Gloria, demonstrating the importance of industriousness and elegance, even in challenging times. Maria Luisa's influence was profound, as she not only nurtured Gloria's aesthetic sensibilities, but also reinforced the idea that beauty and determination could overcome adversity. The combination of her father's intellectual legacy and her mother's aristocratic resourcefulness provided Gloria with a unique foundation. This duality allowed her to bridge worlds between the declining Mexican aristocracy and the rising tide of global elites she later mingled with. Her mother's creative flair and unwavering belief in Gloria's potential gave her the confidence to forge her path, while the absence of her father likely fueled her drive to achieve security and influence in her own right. Gloria Guinness's career was an extraordinary blend of fashion, social influence, and creative expression, solidifying her legacy as one of the most iconic figures of her time. Her journey from a tumultuous upbringing to the pinnacle of high society reflected her ability to adapt and reinvent herself, all while shaping trends and leaving an indelible mark on fashion and journalism. Gloria's entry into high society was greatly aided by her innate charisma and striking beauty, which captivated those around her. She quickly became a muse for legendary designers like Emilio Pucci, Cristobal Balenciaga, and Yves Saint Laurent. Her pioneering spirit was most evident in her bold embrace of new trends, such as wearing Emilio Pucci's white capri pants, a style that became synonymous with modern elegance. Gloria was also one of the first women to adopt the minimalist little black suit, which she famously described as a tool that, when used wisely, could garner wealth and attention. Her style was a fusion of refinement and daring. She often blended high fashion with personal touches, redefining elegance in a way that inspired countless women. Her influence was so profound that Women's Wear Daily described her as effortless, gracious, and endlessly chic, and she was a regular fixture on international best-dressed lists. Gloria's wardrobe, reportedly worth millions, was a testament to her dedication to fashion, as both an art form and a statement of identity. Gloria's career extended beyond fashion into the world of high society, where she wielded significant influence. Her ability to charm and captivate the most powerful figures of her time allowed her to seamlessly integrate into elite circles across Europe and America. Gloria became a fixture at prestigious events, often sharing company with royalty, politicians, and magnates. Her friendships with figures like the Duchess of Windsor and Truman Capote further cemented her position as a socialite of unparalleled allure. Her rivalry with Babe Paley, another prominent socialite, showcased her competitive nature and sharp wit. These interactions, though marked by subtle tension, highlighted Gloria's ability to navigate the complexities of high society with poise and strategy. In the 1960s, Gloria transitioned her creativity into writing, contributing bold and provocative columns to Harper's Bazaar. Her writing tackled themes of fashion, culture, and gender dynamics, offering sharp critiques and witty observations that resonated with readers. Gloria's articles often reflected her own experiences and opinions, such as her commentary on style. What makes a person stylish? They are original without being beginners, immodest but never vulgar, immoral but not obscene, notorious but not infamous. She also commented on the evolving role of women in society, expressing both admiration and criticism for the younger generation. Her column titles, like Damn Those Young Girls, were as provocative as her insights, showcasing her unfiltered approach to discussing societal changes. This fearless expression earned her critical acclaim and awards, solidifying her reputation as an intellectual force. Inspired by her intellectual exchanges with Truman Capote and other creatives, Gloria ventured briefly into playwriting. Her work showed promise, and there was interest in bringing her scripts to the London stage. However, her husband Lowell Guinness's insistence on her prioritizing traditional marital duties curtailed this endeavor. Despite this setback, her creative ambitions remained evident in her journalistic work and her role as a tastemaker in the arts. Gloria Guinness, known for her elegance and high society allure, also made notable contributions to philanthropy, using her influence and resources to support various charitable causes. While her charitable activities were often overshadowed by her glamorous public persona, they reveal another dimension of her complex character, a woman who understood the power of wealth and social connections to create meaningful impact. Gloria frequently hosted extravagant events that doubled as fundraisers, leveraging her status as a socialite to attract influential guests and raise substantial sums for charity. These events, often held in her luxurious residences or aboard her yacht, were meticulously curated to combine entertainment with a spirit of giving. From fashion shows to art auctions, her gatherings were as much about supporting causes as they were about showcasing her impeccable taste and hosting prowess. One such event was a gala she organized to support children's education in post-war Europe, a cause she championed due to her belief in education as a tool for rebuilding lives and communities. Gloria's ability to bring together international elites ensured the success of such initiatives as guests competed to make contributions while enjoying the lavish settings she orchestrated. Gloria's love for the arts extended to her philanthropic activities. She often collaborated with artists and cultural institutions to promote creativity and innovation. She was known to sponsor budding designers, writers, and performers, offering them platforms to showcase their talent. Her advocacy for the arts not only enriched cultural landscapes, but also highlighted her dedication to preserving and nurturing creative expression. In the aftermath of World War II, Gloria became involved in efforts to provide aid to war-torn regions, particularly in Europe. While living in Paris, she contributed to initiatives aimed at assisting displaced families and supporting reconstruction projects. Her ties to powerful figures in politics and business enabled her to act as a bridge between donors and those in need, facilitating impactful collaborations. Gloria also used her influence in the fashion world to support charitable endeavors. As a regular fixture at international fashion shows, she often partnered with designers to auction couture pieces for charitable causes. Her close relationships with fashion houses like Balenciaga and Gucci allowed her to integrate philanthropy into the glamorous world of high fashion, proving that style and substance could coexist. Gloria was particularly supportive of causes related to health and education, understanding their fundamental importance in improving lives. She contributed to organizations that provided medical care to underserved communities and supported initiatives that aimed to improve literacy and access to quality education for children in developing regions. These efforts, while not always publicized, reflected her commitment to making a difference beyond her immediate social circles. Gloria Guinness's life, though glittering and glamorous, was never free from shadows of controversy. Her ability to captivate and navigate elite social circles often came at the cost of whispered scandals and lingering doubts about her actions during critical moments in history. These controversies, spanning personal and political domains, only added to the mystique surrounding her. Gloria's most notorious controversy stemmed from her time in Germany during the rise of the Third Reich. As the wife of Count Franz Egon von Fürstenberg, a German aristocrat, she moved in elite circles that included high-ranking Nazi officials. Reports suggest that she attended events where Adolf Hitler was present, a detail that cast a long shadow over her reputation. Adding to the intrigue, she allegedly had a romantic relationship with Walter Schellenberg, a prominent Nazi intelligence officer. This association, coupled with her apparent ease in navigating the Nazi social elite, led to speculation that Gloria may have been involved in espionage or served as a Gestapo agent. Although she denied these claims, the whispers persisted, particularly after the war. Her charm and connections likely helped her avoid any formal investigation, but the stigma of her proximity to one of history's darkest regimes remained a stain on her legacy. After World War II, Gloria's connections to Nazi Germany were further scrutinized when she was accused of collaborating with the Gestapo. While there was no concrete evidence to support these claims, her ability to re-enter high society so seamlessly raised eyebrows. Some contemporaries suggested that she leveraged her relationships and quick wit to deflect suspicion. In one instance, French authorities reportedly considered expelling her from the country due to her wartime associations. However, intervention by influential friends, including her former lover, Duff Cooper, ensured she could remain in Paris. In addition to political controversies, Gloria was embroiled in personal rivalries that often played out in the glittering halls of high society. Her feud with Babe Paley, one of Truman Capote's famed swans, was particularly infamous. The two socialites competed for status, elegance, and influence, with Gloria employing subtle and strategic tactics to outshine her rival. One such episode occurred during a gathering aboard Gloria's yacht, where she assured Babe the event would be casual, prompting Babe to dress down. Gloria, however, arrived adorned in extravagant jewels and couture, leaving Babe visibly embarrassed. In another instance, when Babe attempted to retaliate by bringing her finest outfits to an event, Gloria ensured all activities were confined to the yacht, depriving Babe of the opportunity to showcase her wardrobe. These rivalries highlighted Gloria's sharp instincts and determination to maintain her position as the epitome of sophistication. Gloria's life was also marked by speculation about her past. Rumors circulated that she had once worked as a nightclub dancer in Mexico, a claim that, while unverified, was amplified by rivals like Babe Paley. Gloria's ability to craft a compelling narrative about her origins, partly true, partly exaggerated, both fascinated and unsettled those who sought to unravel the enigma of her life. Gloria Guinness's journey through marriage was as dynamic and multifaceted as the rest of her life, marked by ambition, reinvention, and strategic relationships that secured her position as one of high society's most dazzling figures. Her romantic choices often reflected her determination to transcend the instability of her early years, while each union added a new dimension to her already complex persona. At the age of 20, Gloria married Jacobus Hendrikus, Jacques Hendricks, a Dutch sugar factory superintendent nearly 30 years her senior. This marriage, while unconventional, offered Gloria a chance to escape her tumultuous upbringing and gain a measure of security. Jacques' status provided her with an entry point into European society, where her exotic charm and striking beauty quickly captivated new social circles. However, the relationship lacked the depth or alignment to sustain her ambitions, and she divorced him after only 2 years. In 1935, Gloria married Count Franz Egon von Fürstenberg, a member of one of Germany's oldest aristocratic families. This marriage significantly elevated her social standing, transforming her into a German countess and granting her access to the elite circles of pre-war Europe. The couple had 2 children, a daughter Dolores in 1936 and a son, Franz, in 1939. During this time, Gloria immersed herself in the opulence of the German aristocracy, mingling with influential figures of the Third Reich. However, her life in Berlin was overshadowed by the growing horrors of World War II. As Franz Egon was conscripted to fight on the Russian front, Gloria remained in Berlin, raising their children amidst the chaos of bombings and political unrest. The marriage eventually deteriorated under the strain of wartime separations and Gloria's increasing discontent with the rigid expectations placed upon her as a countess. They divorced in the early 1940s. In the mid-1940s, Gloria entered her third marriage, this time to Ahmad Fakhri Pasha, an Egyptian diplomat and heir to a prominent family. The union was a brief but colorful chapter in her life, marked by her immersion into a different cultural and social environment. The marriage ended after just 3 years, reportedly due to Gloria's disinterest in remaining tied to a life that offered limited opportunities for her to express her individuality and ambition. Gloria's fourth and final marriage in 1951 to Lowell Guinness, a British banking heir and politician, was the pinnacle of her romantic and social journey. Lowell was immensely wealthy, with a fortune estimated at $200 million and a decorated World War II fighter pilot who had earned the Distinguished Flying Cross. Their marriage provided Gloria not only with financial security but also with the platform to establish herself as a global-style icon and a fixture of high society. With Lowell, Gloria indulged in a life of extravagance, spending lavishly on couture, reportedly $200,000 a year on clothing alone, and hosting grand events that solidified her reputation as a paragon of elegance. She became close friends with influential figures such as the Duchess of Windsor and Truman Capote, further cementing her status in elite circles. Despite Lowell's traditional expectations, Gloria continued to assert her identity, balancing her roles as a wife and a cultural tastemaker. Beyond her marriages, Gloria Guinness's life was marked by a series of dynamic and influential relationships that further solidified her status as a key figure in high society. From intellectual alliances to romantic affairs, these connections provided her with both inspiration and intrigue, adding layers to her enigmatic persona. Gloria Guinness was a celebrated member of Truman Capote's elite circle of swans, a group of glamorous and sophisticated women who captivated Capote's imagination and served as his muses. These women, including Babe Paley, Slim Keith, and Lee Radziwill, embodied the ideal of mid-20th century elegance and provided Capote with rich material for his writing. Gloria's wit, beauty, and social finesse made her a standout among the swans. Her relationship with Capote went beyond superficial admiration. Their intellectual exchanges inspired Gloria to explore her own creative pursuits, such as her column in Harper's Bazaar. However, her inclusion in Capote's infamous unfinished novel, Answered Prayers, a thinly veiled portrayal of his swans and their secrets, caused tension within their circle. While Gloria managed to avoid the worst fallout, her rivalry with Babe Paley over Capote's attention highlighted the competitive nature of these friendships. Another key relationship in Gloria's social network was her close friendship with Wallis Simpson, the Duchess of Windsor. The two women bonded over their shared appreciation for fashion and high society, often seen attending events together. Gloria, admired the Duchess's ability to navigate the complexities of aristocratic life, while the Duchess appreciated Gloria's flair for reinvention. Their friendship was emblematic of Gloria's ability to forge alliances with some of the most powerful and controversial figures of her time. Gloria's romantic entanglement with British Ambassador Duff Cooper added a layer of scandal to her already fascinating life. Duff, a married man, was reportedly infatuated with Gloria, describing her as the most physically captivating woman he had ever known. Their affair was marked by passionate intensity, but ultimately ended when Gloria abruptly moved on to marry her Egyptian lover, Ahmad Fakhri Pasha. Despite the end of their relationship, Duff remained protective of Gloria, even intervening with French authorities to prevent her expulsion after the war. During her time in Germany as the wife of Count Franz Egon von Furstenberg, Gloria developed relationships with influential figures within the Third Reich. Most notably, she was rumored to have had a romantic liaison with Walter Schellenberg, a high-ranking Nazi intelligence officer. Their association raised suspicions about Gloria's potential involvement in espionage, though she later distanced herself from these connections. While some viewed her as an opportunist, exploiting her charm for survival, others believed she was simply navigating a perilous environment. Gloria's relationships extended into the realms of fashion and the arts, where she befriended designers like Emilio Pucci and Balenciaga, and intellectuals like Cecil Beaton and Salvador Dalí. Her ability to engage with creative minds and inspire their work made her a key figure in the cultural landscape of her time. These relationships were mutually beneficial, as Gloria drew inspiration from their artistry while providing them with a muse for their creations. The death of Gloria Guinness on November 9, 1980, marked the end of an extraordinary life that had captivated and mystified high society for decades. Gloria passed away in Switzerland at the age of 68, reportedly from a heart attack. However, as with much of her life, her death was shrouded in speculation, sparking rumors and debates that added to her enigmatic legacy. Gloria was living in Switzerland at the time of her passing, enjoying a life of luxury with her husband, Lowell Guinness. Despite her glamorous surroundings, some close to her suggested that she had grown increasingly disillusioned with the superficiality of her existence. While the official cause of death was listed as a heart attack, whispers of potential foul play or suicide began circulating almost immediately. These theories were fueled by her reputation as a complex, private individual who had faced her share of controversies and personal challenges. One prominent rumor suggested that Gloria may have taken her own life, possibly overwhelmed by feelings of emptiness despite her wealth and social standing. Others speculated that her heart attack could have been induced by stress or a lifetime of high-pressure living. The truth remains unknown, leaving an air of mystery surrounding her final moments. True to her life of elegance, Gloria's burial was a grand affair. Attended by members of the global elite, the ceremony reflected the respect and admiration she commanded in high society. Dignitaries, aristocrats, and influential figures from the worlds of fashion, art, and politics gathered to pay their respects, honoring the woman who had been a muse, icon, and enigma to so many. Her burial site, though understated in comparison to her glamorous lifestyle, became a place of reflection for those who admired her. It symbolized the final chapter in a life that had seamlessly blended luxury, intellect, and controversy. Even in death, Gloria Guinness remained a figure of fascination. Her life, filled with reinvention and contradictions, served as a testament to her resilience and adaptability. For some, her passing highlighted the fleeting nature of glamour and the hidden costs of a life devoted to appearances and ambition. For others, it cemented her status as an enduring icon of elegance and mystery. Her influence on fashion and society continued to resonate long after her death. Designers, writers, and socialites often referenced her as a symbol of timeless sophistication. Her writings, particularly her candid columns in Harper's Bazaar, gained renewed appreciation for their wit and insight into the human condition. Gloria Guinness lived a life filled with contradictions, an emblem of beauty and grace yet shrouded in mystery and controversy. From her humble beginnings in a politically volatile Mexico to her reign as a global fashion icon and high society muse, she redefined what it meant to rise above circumstances. Her story reminds us of the power of reinvention, but also of the hidden complexities behind a glittering facade. What are your thoughts on this fascinating figure? Share them in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories of extraordinary lives. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.